explosion with their hands and locking out as well too. So.
Coach Meyer has talked several times about the pass rush has gotten better because the inside guys, Malcolm and Jihad and everything, are getting more of a push. And then secondary benefits for you get the pass rush because there's some pretty weak passes going out there. And then maybe they cover better and gives you more time. So are all the units starting to be more complementary now at this point? Is everybody starting to be kind of symbiotic with each other?
Yeah, I would say on every level, everyone's starting to really like. All right. I'll say on every level, everyone's kind of doing their job. I would definitely say the back end, they're kind of finding their way. They're finding exactly the coverages that work best for the people that's on the field, and it's been working a lot. Rushing coverage has been working very well, and the interior push, it helps me and Josh as well. We're going to make them step up all day. So if we have that interior push, it's going to be a lot of sacks out there.
Carson Wentz has obviously been in the league for 5-6 years now. Kind of where do you, when you guys are looking at the tape, where would you evaluate how they're using him in this Colts offense?
They're getting the ball out more than anything. They're doing quick releases. They're just getting the ball out more than anything. And they're complemented with their run game. They have a great run game. So if we're able to shut down the run game and put him in pass situation where he has to throw past 5 yards, I think we'll be good.
You feel you have to jump on them early. You guys haven't had a lot of success playing in their building. You feel you have to come out the way you did against the building. I mean, what do you have to do to crowd take them out or what? Jump on them early or what?
I would just say just focus on our game plan, just stopping the run. I mean, they're number 1 and number 2 in rushing right now. I mean, that's their offense more than anything. If we shut down the run, we're going to have a good day for sure.
Dawuane, how does this scheme take best advantage of your skills?
I think it takes a great advantage of it. I mean, I'm able to move inside, I'm able to move outside, I'm able to stand up, I'm able to blitz, drop, do whatever I need to do. I feel like it's really complements how versatile I am.
Is it fun being asked to do more than just 1 or 2 things? Do you find the more they ask of you that it's fun to play the run, play the pass, drop, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I definitely feel like it's a lot more fun than it was last year. Last year I was basically like a big end, so I was basically in a 4-tech 2 gapping the whole time. So me getting that space to be able to work my speed and be able to work my moves, it's a lot more fun for sure.
Do you like having a hand in the dirt? Do you prefer to be standing up, edge rushing? Do you have a preference? Because you're kind of doing a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I definitely like to put my hand in the dirt when it comes to pass rushing, but to mix it up a little bit, get a different set, is good to come out of a 2-point as well too. So, all right. Good. All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Dawuane.
Time to ask him a question.
I don't know what I would ask him.
You'd have asked him how good 41 is.
Probably not.
Because you know the answer.
Congrats on the
Thank you.
AFC Player of the Week.
Thank you.
Is it pretty cool when you hear, I mean, obviously I'm sure someone would have liked to have had it last year, but you're the first Jaguar to get it since Calais in 2019.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. What week Clay's had it?
20, it must
The,
have
the,
been
Ti-
that
the
week.
Titans
Yeah,
game?
probably the Titans game.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. No, it's a huge accomplishment for myself, but for this team, man. It's just show you just how we all play. You know what I'm saying? When we all fly around, when we all do our things, somebody's going to be there. So kudos to teammates helping me get success. I can't do it without them, obviously, but definitely thankful for that being the opportunity to get that award. Hopefully I get some more.
You said Sunday you were excited to watch the tape and watch it back. What did you see when you watched the tape back?
Guys never quit, man. We've been doing, it was just that bend, no break mentality defense, man. They had a couple shots, yeah, but when they got in the red zone, we stopped them. We pushed them back. So just to see us play mistake-free football, and it's kind of crazy because I know I've been saying that for the last couple of weeks, but then watching actual games, and then you can just tell, okay, this team probably won because this team had this many mistakes, you know what I'm saying? Or this team won the turnover battle. So it's every team is just who's going to make the least amount of mistakes. And, the defense collectively, we played sound football and we played for each other and we played fast and physical all game. So, but that's just a standard that we have for ourselves, man. That's a standard that we feel like we could have been playing at, that we, in our minds, that we could have been playing at the whole time. So now that we actually did it for 4 full quarters, consistently every play, that's just a standard that we have set for ourselves now. So high standards for us, and we're gonna go out there and stop this run and do what we do best.
You look more comfortable dropping now after 2 years of not dropping. You maybe getting back into a groove of what you did at Kentucky and in college and dropping and feeling comfortable as a linebacker.
Yeah, I mean, it's a part of the game now. And like, if that's me in that situation, I'm gonna make the best of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, the ball come to me, I'm gonna get a pick. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's how I gotta motivate myself to get this job, because I know somehow, like, just reading, just knowing information is that, like, okay, if I know I got this drop and I got this formation, he might throw this ball to this person. So I gotta always be aware of that. So now I'm starting to, you know what I'm saying, feel the game out on that aspects, and and now it's starting to slow down for me a little bit, and it's just fun going out there and just knowing what you're doing. So now I know what I'm doing, so now I can just play fast and play, just make a lot of plays out there. So
I'll ask you the same question I asked Dawuane. From your standpoint, where has he progressed the most?
Who?
Dawuane.
Oh man, he just wins. You know what I mean? Like he's a winner. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the pressure rate, I believe I think he should be up there. I know he got more than me probably, because he started off fast. You know what I'm saying? So like I've been watching Smoot. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, how you do that? Picking his head, like, you know what I'm saying? Show me that. Let's work on it. You know what I'm saying? And then once I finally got my groove, now we both eating together, and we always picking each other's brains about all little things. So just to have that chemistry, because we train together this all season. Like, you know what I'm saying? We working. You know what I'm saying? So like just to have that trust that he know I put my all into this, and I know he put his all into this, just makes it even more better that we finally having success and we're playing for each other, and we just have a good time out there.
I know you mentioned in your earlier question, stopping the run.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, that's an emphasis this week.
Yep.
What's different about Jonathan Taylor compared to some of the other running backs you've faced?
I mean, I think he's just explosive. You know what I'm saying? Like, he breaks tackles, he's in and out of backs, and he can catch the ball well. So, he's a great physical running back, and it's a good challenge this week. We have been statistically good against the run, and that's, we're hoping to keep that trend going, and we have all faith that we will. And, for us, we have to stop the run. You know what I'm saying? First, if we want to have any success in the back end or just rushing the passer. So, we're getting ready for this challenge, and we're looking forward to it, and, we're ready to play.
Yeah, Smoot said you can stop the run and you can limit Wentz to 5 yards of play, then that's kind of the formula for success for you guys. Can you elaborate on that a little bit about, how much of a focus is that if you limit Carson Wentz to 5-yard throws, like why is that part of also the game plan?
It's going to take him a long time to score. You know what I mean? And it's going to give us more opportunities for us to get our hands up, us get batted balls, us get picks, us get, forced fumbles, for him to hold the ball more. So it just creates opportunity. Okay, been doing checkdowns. I don't know what quarterbacks think, or I've been checking. Now I can take the shot, and we've been getting off the ball so much. So it's like, okay, here's an opportunity to get the sack. Let's make the best of it. So definitely, check down. We don't want to throw checkdowns the whole game. You know what I'm saying? But I know as a D line, we emphasize stack monsters. Getting out the stack. If it's in our bubble, go get it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we emphasize, and that's what we're going to do. We know it's going to come out quick if he does, and we're ready to go chase anything down.
Any consideration to changing your name to Carson this week?
I'll think about it.
What's been the difference for you the past month of the season? You've talked about hitting your groove.
Oh man, it's just, I feel like just the chemistry that we have up front, man, is just, it makes me more relaxed. Makes me feel like, I trust this dude. So we hang out so much, we have that bond. It's like we play, but we know when it's all time to work, we all working. We all trying to get each other better. We talking, we communicating, we laughing, we getting on each other, but we know when we turn this film on, we all play for each other. And that's just been the biggest takeaway that I feel like just looking at it deeper is just the chemistry that we have, man, and the chemistry that we're getting with the whole defense is just, it's just growing every week and every day, actually. So, we're a tight-knit group, and we're going to continue to be a tight-knit group, continue to fight for each other, and hopefully continue to win a lot more games.
Josh, going back to you and Smoot working out together in the offseason, I know you guys work out with a few other guys. How does it feel to kind of see that actually playing out on the field, seeing that chemistry kind of translate to on the field and some days?
Man, it's a great feeling. I just, just thinking about Jason, you know what I'm saying? Jason Smith, man, just going out there and training his shop, man, and just, not wanting to go, but you got to go, and Smoot going to be there, and I know AG going to be there, I know all these guys going to be there, and I know I got to perform. I want to perform at a high level this year, so it's to have that mind state, okay, I'm going to come in here and I'm working. We're going to have fun, we're going to joke, but when we lifting this weight, we're going to lift, and I want to outlift everybody in here. And that was just our mindsets all together. And so, at that moment, I feel like that's when, we started to really connect on another level. And, hopefully it don't sound too soft, but, that's what it really was, you know what I mean? And it shows, and it's just a good feeling. I see him success, too. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. Definitely. I ain't going to tell you what he said, but, it's just, it's all, we can always get better. You know what I'm saying? That's not the ceiling for any of us. It's not the ceiling for me. I feel like it's not the ceiling for Smoot. This is just a little taste of what we can do, you know what I'm saying, when we're all on the same page, and, and we're going to continue to get better. You know what I'm saying? That's the ultimate goal in football, is get better and win.
Did you really not know you were mic'd up? Did you forget?
I really did forget, and then, it kind of sucked, you know what I mean, because I know that's like a ultimate sin, and I knew it, too. I knew it the week, but then once I actually got out there, it was like, okay, I'm locked in. And then, when he said, I was like, huh? I said, oh, shit. But, I told him I'd make it up to them, though.
Are you wishing you should have been yelling more? You should have been I'm Josh Allen, or something like that, or?
Oh no, I mean.
You're hype anyways.
Yeah, they missed. There was a lot of good moments out there. I'm gonna say that. But hopefully, you know what I'm saying, play that every week, man, and set that standard for all of us. And now we can't go back down. You know what I mean? And so now everybody expects it. And we're trying to give everybody what we expected. So now let's go out there and play.
Were you London game too?
Yeah.
So the unedited version would be worth tracking down?
Can y'all find that?
Probably.
Nah.
I know people.
I just think we need to mic you up every. I mean, the 2 wins are your mic'd up games. So I think it has to be. You have to be mic'd up the rest of the
We gotta
season.
get Trev mic'd up.
Yeah, Trev.
So you're saying
gonna be
they're
fun.
2-0 with him like
Yeah,
that?
they're 2-0.
Thanks, Carson.
Yeah.
Could you talk a little bit about what you guys, on offense, have to do moving forward so that you're not always stuck behind the chains? Aside from avoiding penalties on first down,
Yeah.
in terms of getting more 3rd and 2s and 3rd and 3s than 3rd and 7s and 3rd and 8s.
Yeah, I think obviously, like you said, penalties is a big part of that, and you eliminate some of those, it makes it easier on 1st and 2nd down. But I'd say just hitting our when we have an opportunity, just making the play. We had I know we were really bad on 3rd down this past week, and I know I had 2 plays at the end where I'm still kicking myself, like I said, after the game. I could have hit 2 of those, and those would have put the nail in the coffin. So those plays we got to hit. We had some other ones throughout the game that were there that we didn't make for whatever reason. Everything goes together. It's up front, it's in the backfield. Communication. It's me and the wideouts be on the same page. All that, and we gotta get better and obviously be more efficient.
Biggest question: how's the ankle feeling after first practice on it? Right?
Yeah, it feels pretty good, better than I thought it would. So I'm happy with where I'm at. Obviously, trying to be smart and just make sure I'm ready to go. So gonna ease my way into it, but just trying to get as many reps as I can, just to make sure I'm ready. So, but I'm feeling good, and we're where we want to be.
How concerned are you about getting it downfield a little bit more? Something that he mentioned earlier this morning, just your downfield shot.
Yeah, we gotta start finding some, and that's, like I said, that's me taking them when we have them, hitting them when we have them. Like I said, towards down the stretch, we had 2 plays specifically where I easily could have hit those. One probably would have been a touchdown, the other one probably would have been a 30-yard gain to Ag on the sideline. So both of those were 2 opportunities, and then like I said, I think when you're more efficient on 1st and 2nd down and you run the ball like we did last week, if you can combine all those things, then that sets up some opportunities for some shots, because teams have to respect the run. The way we've ran the ball this year, we've been really efficient, and but I think it's more so of just getting ahead of the chains, and penalties or incompletions early in drives, and then you get 2nd 10, 3rd and 10, all that sets you back. But we still got to overcome them. Like you're gonna have a lot of 2nd and longs and a couple 3rd and longs a game, and you got to be able to hit some of them and convert those, and we haven't done a good job of that. So even if we are backed up just having that mentality on 2nd and long, let's try to get a positive play, let's try to get half of it back, and then put us in 3rd and manageable. And we haven't done a great job of that, so that's really starts with me. But yeah, I like where we're at. Obviously, that wasn't our best game as an offense, but it was really cool to see the defense just have our back and, just dominated for 4 quarters. And there's going to be games where, hopefully not a lot, but that's gonna happen. And then there's going to be games on the other side where we're going to have to pick them up. So that's just a part of this game, and I think that shows how far this team's come. That one side of the ball can struggle and the other side can play well enough to still win the game. And we did enough down the stretch. Controlled the clock and took advantage of some opportunities, kicked some field goals. Matty Ice did a good job there. So all those things go together, but we can definitely play better. So that's a good sign.
Does it surprise you in any way that Dan Arnold has come in here, kind of cold, week 4, and he's got more catches and yards than any of your other targets?
Doesn't surprise me, just seeing the way he works. He's just a really smart player. Obviously, he's very athletic, can get open, long strides, fast guy. He can run, so it's a mismatch. But just really smart, QB friendly. We communicate a lot, so it doesn't surprise me just seeing how he's come in and kind of become one of our guys. I think it's great, and it's something that we needed. So it doesn't really surprise me, but it is cool to see how fast he's, got used to the system and kind of just, gelled with everyone. It's been cool.
Now, one follow-up. I know you wanted to get back in that game as quick as possible, but could you just talk about, what CJ was able to do for? I know it was only 6 plays, and I know it was only, actually 3 passes, but one got nullified because of the penalty. The long pass, and he took a pretty big hit on it as well.
Just speaks to the player he is and just the person he is. He's always ready. Just a guy that I got a lot of respect for. Came in here, and he's an older guy that's played a lot of football, and he's helped me ever since I've gotten here. He's always been a guy that has been in my corner and tried to help me as much as he can. So got a lot of respect for him because of that, but even more so just to see how he works. He's always ready no matter what. He knows most weeks he's probably not going to play, and he's just still taking every rep off to the side, and whenever he gets a rep, making the most of it, and just always prepared. And I think you need a team full of guys like that, and he's a great example of that. And then going in and making the play when he needs to, it was awesome.
Could you give one specific example where he's really helped you? In other words, maybe something you really weren't aware of, but he kind of dialed you in. Yeah,
just little things. It's a bunch of things. It's for example, whatever. If we put a concept in, he was in San Francisco, and offenses around the league all do similar things and have, plays that are almost the same. You just call it something different, and you have a certain way of reading it. And just little tidbits he can give me on, how to speed up my feet or my eyes, or what's the idea here, what we're trying to do, things like that. But then also just on the mentality, he's talked about he's had some rough years in San Francisco where, they started off struggling, and then at the end they won, whatever. And just talking about kind of the mindset of it's a long season, and that's been, I think, the biggest thing is just having him there for that support every week, no matter if I, play great, don't play great, if we win, we don't win, just having a guy like that in the room with you that's been there, that's been through the ups and downs, was on a team that went to the Super Bowl, was on a team that struggled early one season and then finished really strong. That's been, invaluable for me.
Now that a few days have gone by, what are really your impressions of what Walker was able to do on Sundays, considering the situation?
Yeah, I thought he did great. That's a tough situation, especially as a left tackle, to walk into the stadium thinking, this is going to be like the other 7 games and not really going to play, and then you got to go play the whole game against one of the best defenses in the league. That'd be hard for anybody, and just to see how he was ready and stepped up, and even on the 1 sack that he gave up, he got stepped on, so that wasn't even like he really missed the block. He just got stepped on. That's just one of those plays. So to see how he played, and that was the only play really that he gave up. So I thought he did great. It's awesome when you have depth like that, and you got a guy that's young that can play now, but just to even think about how good he's going to be in the future, it's really cool.
I'd have to imagine as a quarterback that's pretty cool to know that you got multiple guys who can
play tackle. Yeah, depth is everything. Obviously, you can see every week. You never know what's going to happen. I went down for a second there. Not as bad as I thought it was, thankfully, but to have CJ come in, step up and make some plays, and then Walker come in, and then we're already down a lot of linemen from the beginning of the year. So it's been cool to be a part of, just so many guys that are ready and, take advantage of their opportunity.
Colts defense, I think Darius Leonard kind of, is probably the biggest name that jumps off the page for you when you sat down to look at their defense. Maybe who surprised you that really jumped out as a matchup you'd have to watch out for?
Yeah, obviously him. DeForest Buckner on the D-line. There's a lot of guys. Quiddy, the other end. There's a ton more I could talk about too, but I'd say Darius, obviously, just his knack for causing turnovers and especially fumbles. I think every tackle he goes in punching the ball and gets it half the time. So that obviously jumps out, and just as a heads up for us, these guys do a great job. I think they forced the most turnovers in the league so far, and then they're second in turnover margin behind Buffalo. So another week where it's just going to be crucial to hang on to the ball. Last week we didn't play great on offense, but we only had 1 turnover to their 3, and that turnover margin, that won the game for us as far as just that alone. If we match that, then it's a different game. So that's just going to be a big emphasis again, and knowing that they're trying to knock it out. They do a good job in zone of getting in windows, and I think they've had 10 interceptions and 10 fumbles, so they're really balanced there. They do a good job. So that's another game where you're playing against a great defense, and you just got to be prepared and maximize all of our opportunities. That's one thing, like I said, we didn't do, and we can get better. And obviously we still won, so that just shows how much better we can get. So it's a positive.
3 true road games already. What have you learned from those, and maybe how to prepare for those, and how to be a little bit more consistent in those games?
Yeah, I think you don't prepare any different. Obviously, you know that it's going to be loud, and you have, I guess, that mindset of how you're going to operate is a little bit different, and you got to be a lot quicker just because it might take a little bit longer to communicate than it would at home. So that's one thing that you have to be ready for, which I feel like we've gotten a good feel for that, and definitely got to get better from Seattle. We didn't do a great job of staying ahead of the play clock, so that'll be a point of emphasis. But I'd say other than that, it's just the same thing every week, but even more so. This is a game of emotions, but you can't get emotional along the way. There's going to be ups and downs, especially when you're playing on the road. If they get a little momentum, they might make a few plays and they might take the lead, or they might whatever. You just never know what's going to happen. You got to keep playing the whole game, and you're not going to have the crowd to back you up. You got to create your own momentum, and nothing really changes though. It's still the same game, but just realizing it's a long game, and just to play 4 quarters, don't really let the momentum swings affect you.
I think you said on Sunday that you can't have everybody here feel like, okay, we won a game, we've got this. Do you sense that there might have been a little of that after Miami in London, or no?
No, I don't think so. I thought we prepared the same. Honestly, I just think that's going to happen sometimes. You go out there and you just don't play well all the way around, and it feels like you can't get anything going. I've been, on a lot of teams where that's happened, and it just happens sometimes. Obviously, you got to limit that and just flush it, move on to the next. But I don't think it was from not preparing. I thought we did the same thing we always do, but that's just a good reminder to always have that edge. Maybe we didn't have that as much. I don't know. Can't say, but there was a lot of things that went into that for sure.
When you look at the replay of how you got hurt Sunday, did it seem as flukish to you as it looked on tape? Because it's not like it was a full-on, him stepping on your foot or you. It just looked like a very flukish kind of contact, not the type of thing that would have caused you to wince in pain as much as you did. Yeah,
he just caught kind of stepped right on my ankle and rolled it when my foot was in the ground, so it doesn't take much to, tweak an ankle. So that was, I don't really know.
That's when the guy's 330.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, his heel weighs more than my body. Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you all.
Do you trade out your ring